ready. No, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Penny, a first down carry. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Now Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there.
Oh, put on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Second and 8 coming up. Running left, it's Penny. Stays on his feet, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 6-0 our score after 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that'll be incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check out. Good job right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now it's Penny running right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now Rashad Penny. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
54. Hey, 0-0-0. 54, right there.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. To return, here's Agnew. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. On 1st down, Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Hey, exit. 50 seconds, Mike. Mike, 50 seconds. Switch up, switch up.
Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson. That one is swing complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Zebra. They're going to need some therapy after this. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Block 54. Block 54. Tighten up.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
44, Mike, 44.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel. He's checking. Scratch. No.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. It's 2 seconds on the clock. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. To return, here's Agnew. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Look at me, zipper. Check. Watch 54. Watch now.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, the holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. The handoff, running left is Penny, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check. Fresno.
Again, it's Penny. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. He lets it fly for Lockett, and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, alert. Check. Watch the before. We don't want this. Run left.
This is Penny. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On the run, it's Penny. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Six yards left on 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Penny. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Penny. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
from the 4. It's second and a couple. Penny. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. To return, here's Agnew. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 157 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Penny. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's a give to Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence will throw. Open man left side. It's a tight end, man Hurts. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jordan Brooks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the gun, a give to Penny. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on. Check the backer, check the backer.
Running left, it's Penny. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Let's go, G.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter This would be their third straight defeat. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Push him back. Mike 56. Mike's 56. So we got man. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne, and every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Set. 60 outlaw. Nice, sweetheart. Switch. Topper.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, here is 61. Matchbox lights. Check.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
55 to Mike 55. Mike 50.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with Etienne. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And up past the 35. A very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rashad Penny. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.